Hello and welcome back to Off The Crossbar Euros Watch Day 13 with myself, Regan Walsh, and as ever, my co-presenter, Red. Wow, what a final set of fixtures we had yesterday.
Are you over it now? Like,
Just about.
Sleeping on it managed to calm the excitement.
I think just about, because both sets of games, the final games in Group E and then Group F afterwards, just, absolutely everything you love about football.
Yeah, it all delivered in its glorious fashion, but maybe some of the results we would have preferred to be a little bit different, but can't complain. Football won.
Exactly. It
Life won.
Yes, I'd definitely say yesterday was the most entertaining day we've had at the Euros so far. We'll start off with
We're saying that most days now, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I think we will do. We'll start off with Group E, the earlier fixtures, and it was obviously all to play for as no one was guaranteed to be going through at that stage before the games kicked off. And Slovakia versus Spain over in Seville, and Spain actually decided to turn up and score some goals.
Well, not all of them, but
well, yeah, they didn't score all of their goals.
Yeah, and Morata was still his usual self.
Yeah. So the first goal after half an hour. Explain.
Match fixing. That's all it is. It's match fixing. I will not sit here and say he's accidentally put that in.
I don't was he trying to chip it round the post? I just can't explain what Dubravka was doing.
Nobody can explain it. It's match fixing.
Yeah, that is literally the only thing that you can explain.
He's managed to make Jordan Pickford's one in the Merseyside derby look like a complete accident.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. Obviously, just beforehand, Spain had a penalty. How early was that now? It seemed like
that was early.
Yeah, about 12 minutes.
I remember just getting in from coming out and like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the pen.
Yeah, so the incident was Spain were on the attack, and then the Slovakian defender Hromada tried to clear it, but is swiped through Koke's legs as he did so, and the referee awarded the penalty, which, I mean, it's a bit controversial, but I mean, it was the right decision. It just seemed like Koke knew what he was doing, trying to win that penalty, basically.
I don't think you can say it's his fault when he's completely kicked by accident.
Yeah, but you could see what Koke, as soon as that ball was in that area, you knew Koke was going to try and get his body in front of Hromada and go for the penalty, which was given by VAR. And Morata steps up, and Dubravka just easily saved it, and it was just another poor penalty for Spain in this tournament.
Yeah, they're relying on them slightly because before this game, their attack just lacked massively.
Then, like we said, the Dubravka own goal happened on the half-hour mark, and then in stoppage time of the first half, Koke set piece comes to nothing, but then it's the recycling afterwards. They put it back into the box, and then it's an easy goal for Aymeric Laporte, who scores his first goal for Spain after switching his allegiances from France to Spain just before this tournament.
Yeah, not a doubt. We could always predict that one, couldn't we?
Yeah.
It was a weird one, but yeah. All this stuff out of Spain, just are they a good team now? No, Slovakia was shit.
Yeah.
I'm not having this. I'm not having this after how they've been all tournament.
I mean, it's the first time they've scored multiple goals in a game this tournament, and like you said, Slovakia were really poor. I mean, when Marikamšik went off in the second half, I completely forgot he was even on the pitch. He was that quiet.
My interest in the whole game is just when I went to Sweden, Poland for the third one.
I mean, I had both games on at the same time, so I was obviously keeping an eye on them. And then, it just became an ease for Spain in the second half. 10 minutes in, Pablo Sarabia scored. Then, less than 10 minutes later, Ferran Torres made it 4-0. And then 3-4 minutes later, Juraj Kuka put the ball in his own net for 5-0. So, yeah, it was just easy for Spain in that second half. And
nice finish from Ferran Torres, though. He loves a good flick.
yeah, it was a really nice finish for him. But yeah, easy result in the
Bad City. Who needs Harry Kane?
easy result in the end for Luis Enrique's side, who go through as second place. And because of that result, Slovakia have been knocked out, have they? Did we say? I can't.
Yes, Slovakia are out, yeah.
Yeah, Slovakia finished as the worst third place team. Then the second game in that group, Sweden-Poland. Minutes into the game, I think it might be the second fastest goal we've had this tournament. Emil Forsberg puts Sweden ahead with a header from an Alexander Isak cross. I mean, perfect start for Sweden. Obviously, they knew any sort of result in their favour, so a draw or win would be enough to see them go through to the last 16. And obviously, they got that win with Emil Forsberg scoring again just before the hour mark. However, that 2-goal lead literally lasted about 70 seconds or so before Robert Lewandowski pulled one back for Poland. And then late on, Lewandowski tied it up to try and give Poland any sort of glimmer of hope of progressing to the round of 16. But unfortunately, Victor Claesson scored the winner after a phenomenal bit of play from Dejan Kulusevski on the right-hand side as he just weaved through the Poland defence and then found Claesson for the winner for Sweden. So heartbreak for Poland as they finish bottom of their group, but Sweden go through as table toppers.
Yeah, like firstly with Poland, they're regretting that loss to Slovakia massively because, as it's now been said, the rest of the tournament, they're not very good.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's just like the service to Lewandowski this tournament wasn't good. I mean, he had to create his own for that second goal, which was a great goal.
He pretty much did the first one himself as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
The through ball was nice, but he has to do everything else after that.
Yeah. So that's definitely disheartening for him because, I mean, you go from having the likes of Thomas Muller, Leon Goretzka, Serge Gnabry, and all those players playing you great balls week in, week out at Bayern Munich to, I mean, he had great goals.
Are we really going to insult the Polish team now?
I mean, but it's the quality difference. So that's what it's always going to be hard for Lewandowski to shine at international level. And that's why Poland have always done bad in major tournaments. So how Group E finished, Sweden finished top on 7 points, Spain in second, 5, Slovakia in third and 3 points, and Poland finished bottom with 1 point. So Spain and Sweden advanced to the last 16.
Just to add with Sweden, I feel like we glossed over them slightly good.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't know what to make of them. They seem well organised.
Yeah.
But that's probably the only thing I could get because everything else is like, who knows how they're going to be.
Yeah, I mean, again, they've only scored 4 goals in this tournament, which is obviously more than England have, but they look like they could be dangerous going forward, but they're just not finishing off their chances.
No, but I think
apart from yesterday.
But they'll value being organised and well drilled defensively.
100%. Now, onto the group of excitement.
Group of enjoyment. Group of any goddamn fun adjectives.
My God, did it deliver? I mean, at one stage yesterday, Portugal had held every position in their group, which just shows how mind-blowing it all was. We'll start off with Germany-Hungary, and 11 minutes onto the clock, Adam Shalai gave Hungary a surprise 1-0 lead through a header, and although Germany dominated the rest of that first half, they just couldn't get back into it. Hungary in that first half were very solid at the back and made it impossible for Joachim Löw's side to get anything in that first half.
To say that way, but I confess I had the other game on. I should have had both on, but I heard Robbie Savage was commenting on the other side, so I couldn't be asked.
Well, I just had that one on mute and I had the Jermaine Genius one on.
I should have just done that. I don't know why I did. But I thought there was drama in the Portugal-France game.
Yeah. Then, just after the hour mark in the second half, Kai Havertz draws Germany level. Nice taking goal from Havertz. He's looking good in this tournament.
He's turning up. He's starting to get there now. Maybe Chelsea has to feel a bit happy about that until then. Remember that he asked by Werner again.
Yeah, and then literally 90 seconds after, if not less than that, after Havertz scored, Schaefer put Hungary 2-1 ahead. Literally, I think it was pretty much straight from kickoff. I don't know what the German
91
defense were doing.
seconds.
Like that German defense just seemed to go to sleep when the restart happened.
If you'd seen it with the Portugal-France coverage, it was like, okay, Germany have equalised. Oh, but hang on a minute, we're staying with it because something else has happened.
Yeah, I did see that. You're like,
it's all the groans in the Portugal-France in Budapest. They're just, oh no, and then wait, what? Order restored.
Yeah, and then the rest of that game, Germany were just trying to get back level to have any hope of going through, and they did so through Leon Goretzka with an absolute nice goal for Goretzka. And yeah, what a cracking game that was.
And a beautiful celebration.
Yes. So that results
right in front of the non-social distancing Hungary fans.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just weird to watch this thing, all the Germany fans just separated from one another, and then just all those Hungary fans in one area.
Yeah. And also, the rain at that stadium.
I didn't see that bit.
Jesus Christ, it was dreadful. I thought the game was going to get halted for a couple of minutes because it was coming down that viciously. But yeah, absolutely crazy. And now on to possibly the craziest group stage game at this tournament. Portugal, France. It had everything, didn't it?
It probably did, yeah. I can't, there's too much to get around this. There's only one thing that's on my mind, and it's Senor Martin.
Also known as Antonio Miguel Mateo Lajos.
The guy who's trying so hard to be the new Kalina, I feel.
Yeah.
He's a scary bloke, don't get me wrong, but I don't like how handsy he is with players just touching them.
Yeah, I mean, he was all right in the Champions League final because he was the Champions League final referee, if I remember correctly.
He was, but he was the same there, I feel.
Yeah, but I feel like this game he got really involved in it. So Portugal.
Every single thing that happened in the penalty area was a penalty, apparently.
Oh yeah, I mean, we'll start off with Portugal's first goal, with penalty. Ball comes in, and Hugo Lloris is coming out to punch it, and in doing so, he punches Danilo Pereira in the head. Now, don't get me wrong, that's a bit rough and malicious, but
dangerous play is how they would call it.
Yeah. So the referee awarded a penalty for that, and whilst I guess it's right, it's very strange to see because goalkeepers tend to have the leeway in that situation.
Yeah, understandable in the end. But maybe now start giving penalties any other time that happens. Because set the bar now.
Oh, I have to, because at the same time, our keepers, common thing taught with keepers nowadays, it's definitely a European thing, is that they get told to punch the ball rather than try and catch it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I've never liked it. I've always said if you can get one hand, you can get two hands. If you can get two hands onto it, catch it. It's just simple. But yeah.
It's the threat of dropping it, isn't it? So they just get it
out. Ronaldo stepped up, calmly placed his penalty, past Hugo Lloris to take him one behind Ali Diaz, or however the fuck his name is pronounced.
I thought he equalled it with the first one.
Did he? And then surpassed it with the second?
Yeah, I swear that's what it is. I'll recheck.
Okay, well, yeah, good penalty. And then France were given a penalty in stoppage time in the first half for what has to go down as the softest penalty I've ever seen given.
I'm baffled by this one even still today.
I don't. So the ball was played over the top towards Kylian Mbappe, who goes running at Semedo, and there's a tiny bit of contact from Semedo.
Semedo body checks, which you're allowed to do.
Oh yeah, and Mbappe's gone down like he's been shot. I don't know how that was given as a penalty because, like I said, that is the softest penalty I've ever seen given. Benzema steps up, scores it, send it past Rui Patricio for his first France goal in over 5 years, for obvious reasons.
Had you seen this?
What?
Afterwards, the BBC had noticed it was quite funny for the first France penalty. Pepe is on the edge of the area and he's telling Patricio left.
Yeah.
He's going left. He's going left. Listen to it, he's going left. What does Patricio do? Dive right. There's
And
Pepe.
obviously,
Pepe, Karim Benzema's teammates of so many years.
yeah.
Okay, listen to the bloke. And then you
About
see,
8 to 10
like, when the
years.
penalty goes, Pepe's going straight over. So he's like, listen to me next time.
Yeah. Then, what a start to that second half. That pass from Paul Pogba to Karim Benzema. Oh, what a pass.
He'll never do that at Man United.
No, but the linesman did initially rule it off for offside, which I still, to this minute, I don't know how he thought Benzema was offside. He was clearly onside.
Yeah, even from the tilted angle, you could see that's not as obvious as you make it out. You were smiling afterwards, like you laughing
Yeah.
about. Oh, I know, come on.
Yeah, you could see he's a good few yards off, and you're like, he's not.
I wouldn't be smiling, mate.
He's definitely not. But yeah, that pass from Pogba was exquisite, to say the least. Then again, it was back and forth again for the rest of that half. And then on the hour mark, Portugal get another penalty, this time after Jules Koundé handballed it in the box, which out of the 3 penalties that were given, you'd have to say that one was the right call in the end.
Yeah, his hands up there, but it's because he's reacted to Ronaldo. Was he Ronaldo? It was Ronaldo, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he obviously doesn't hit it first time, so his hand's flailing and then he hits his hand.
And then I think the last half an hour was really dull because both teams knew that they were through and had nothing else to play for. So
that's why I switched.
It became a very, very dull half an hour. So with that result, France finished top of the group on 5 points, Germany in second on 4 points, Portugal on third with 4 points, and Hungary go out of the tournament at bottom with 2 points. So that is the conclusion of the group stages. And we now head onto the round of 16, which takes place on Saturday. So the games that we have are Wales versus Denmark, Italy, Austria, Netherlands, Czech Republic, Belgium, Portugal, Croatia, Spain, France, Switzerland, England versus Germany, Sweden versus Ukraine.
Decent.
Yes. You're going to say, though, for England, if we get past Germany, it's a nice route towards the semi-finals, finals.
Stop. I refuse to look past this game. Like everyone else, I'm not doing
it. We'll have a prediction show out tomorrow and a full review or preview into the round of 16 and further as we look towards the latter stages of the tournament. Some very exciting games, and yeah, I don't think I can predict a winner at this stage, although we have technically already done that, as we said.
I'd like to think I could predict my semis.
Let's hope so. Right, elsewhere in the world of footballing news, Championship, League 1 and League 2 fixtures were released today, with the season starting on the 7th and 8th of August, so just under 2 months away. Managerial news, it seems like Crystal Palace are close to appointing Lucien Favre as the club's new manager. The club is working on a work permit for Favre before anything is fully announced because of the new Brexit rules. Billy Gilmour is apparently close to signing for Norwich on loan for the season. Apparently, there was a number of clubs interested in Gilmour, but because how Daniel Farke and Thomas Tuchel set up, that's why they want that deal to go ahead. And it seems like Manchester United are finally edging closer to signing Jadon Sancho for Borussia Dortmund. I think the bid now is maybe like 5 to 10 million difference, but it does seem to be getting ever so close to being done. So it looks like we'll be finally seeing Sancho in a Manchester United kit. And I believe that is all the news, unless I've missed anything.
It is for my end,
yeah. Right, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow to do a full preview. And until then, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you never miss a post. And follow us on Twitter at OffTCPod for everything else. Until then, it's goodbye from me and goodbye from Brad.
See ya.
We'll see you soon.